So here we have an AmazFit Band 5, which is really just an upgraded Xiaomi Mi Band 5. We did a complete evaluation of all of these fitness bands on our website, urtech.ca, and so we'd encourage you to go look at that. But what we pinned it down to was this list right here. And as you can see, the AmazFit Band 5 and the Xiaomi Band, for some reason, actually the AmazFit, which is actually has more features, is actually $5 less expensive these days. It's an oddity. If you're going to buy a band, you would that was in the Xiaomi line, you'd definitely buy the AmazFit. If for no other reason than it has Alexa built in. Okay, anyway, let's move on. Let's open this thing up and we'll test it out. I have not opened one of these before, although I have owned a number of these types of products in the past, the Samsung Fit Pros and things like that. So let's just see how this works. I thought I was going to have to cut this, but I see here there's a little tear tab. I'd just as soon not tear it, so let's see if I can pull this out without tearing it. Doesn't look like, nope, you can't. Okay, so apparently they really want you to destroy the package. Can I do it from the bottom? I don't like destroying packages, so no, you really can't do it from the bottom either. Okay, so tear tab it is. That's an oddity. There we go. And then what does that give you? All right, well, that's a strange way to open a package, but there it is. Okay, so let's take a look at the band. I can open this carefully, or I can just tear it. I'm just going to tear it. There we go. Let's see what else is in the package. Well, let's go around this first. So anything interesting here? No buttons on the side. No buttons on the side, exactly what I expected. The band pops like that, which is like the Samsung's. There we go. You can see the sensors in the bottom here, and that is a microphone. Very difficult to see, I know, but there's a microphone right there for our good friend Mr. or Mrs. Alexa, I suppose. And I should be able to just pop this out if I understand correctly. Let's just try this. I haven't done this before, so I don't know. Hope I don't destroy it. Oh, good, I didn't. So there it is. So it just does just pop out. Not that hard to do. I was just a little worried about damage, but no damage there. So you can change the band. They have orange and other colors. Yeah, it's quite easy. Okay, so let's put this down for the moment, and let's look at what's in the rest of the package. This is no doubt just a a USB charging cable. Let's just open this up and confirm that. Although actually, it shouldn't be. Of course, yeah, it's not a USB charge cable. It's yeah, of course, there's no ports. This is a magnetic wired charging cable. So let's just see what this does. This, yeah, it is magnetic, so that's good. It just pops on that way. Can it go on this way? No, it really doesn't want to do that. So you can't screw it up. It goes on like that. It's magnetic, and yeah, it looks good. Let's see what's down here. Looks like it's just the manual, and oh my God, thank God there's a manual, because I don't know what I'd do without it. Okay, let's take a quick look at the packaging. Yes, that's sarcasm, by the way. Okay, nothing really interesting here. So let's get rid of that. Let's look at the manual. All 7,000 languages. Looks like it's about 22 pages of instruction. Okay, no doubt this is all just critical stuff you just need to know. So I'm assuming, like all of these things, that they have a sort of a startup wizard that explains how to use it. I've not used a Mi Band 5 or an AmazFit before, so well, we're going to find out right now. Let's power it up, and that's a good question. How do you power it up? So I'm just trying to press and hold the screen there. No, nothing. So we're going to have to use the manual after all of that sarcasm. Well, I'm going to assume it's low on juice, and I'm going to plug it in and let it charge for a bit. And then I'll bet it's that, it's very hard to see, I know, but there is a very small, light colored mark down at the bottom there. There's would seem to be the touch button for controls, and I'm guessing you press on that and it powers up, but that's just not working. Okay, so we'll be back in a little bit when we've got this charged. So, yep, I've charged this now for about 10 minutes, and that was it. Apparently, the battery was dead, so you just press the home button, and let's go through the setup. So, English, yep, that's for me. I've got to pair this first. So, what I'm going to need to do is go get my phone and go to the store. I'm using Android, but it works just as well on our friend Mr. iOS, and I'm going to search for AmazFit. Now, I just, as I was killing time here, downloaded the AmazFit app. I just did a search for it, and it's now called Zep, which is shocking that they would do that, considering AmazFit makes sense, and Zep doesn't. But anyway, that's what they've done. So it's exactly the same app. I did a quick check online. I have to create an account, so I'm going to do that, and I'll be right back. So here's a curious problem. I've got my username and password set up, and I need to enter a security code, which makes sense to make sure I'm not a robot or something. The problem is I have some minor color blindness, and I can't read what that says. So I can click on it and change it, but it doesn't change the contrast, doesn't change the colors, doesn't change the style. So I have no idea what that says. So maybe you're looking at it thinking, dude, it says A12345. Good, but I can't see that. So I'm going to have to take a photo of it or something and blow it up and then guess what it is. So I'll be back in another minute. And we're back. Apparently that says 4273. Okay, now I do want to participate in the user experience program, so I do like sending data back. I understand why most people don't, but I do because I'm a tech, and I want to help as much as I can get this stuff through. So let's go through and set this up. For privacy reasons, I'm going to cover that up, but yeah, so it's asking for your sleep and what your height is and so on and so forth. Okay, now it says no devices paired, tap to pair. This is a band. Access location services, sure, that's fine. Allow only while using the app. Let's go here. Click on this. We'll select English. There it is, pair with phone, yes. Well, that took a long time. Okay, so that's a bit unnerving how long that took. That time is most certainly wrong. And no doubt it will, at this point, yeah, there it goes. Change the time. It should, if it's smart, be looking for firmware updates. You can see this thing is full color. Charge your band. Yeah, so very good. We are extremely low on power. Got it. There we go. I'm going to go charge this up some more, and I'll be right back. All right, so I've charged this for about, maybe 10 minutes now, and I've got 25% charged. So let's start flipping through this and see what we can do, and then what we're going to do is go over some of the specs that you are no doubt interested in. Specifically, you know, Alexa, waterproofing, all that stuff. So let's roll through this. Click the home button, slide down, more, workout, weather. Let's go to weather for fun. There we go. It's nice and fast. It's no doubt just pulling this from my phone, but that's just fine. What else do we have here? Events, yeah, it's on my calendar, breathing. So this has to do, according to what I've been reading and playing with other devices, this has to do with mindfulness. Now, that, you know, unfortunately, right now it's doing an update, even though I didn't ask it to. So we're going to stop that conversation, and we'll let this finish, and we'll be right back in a minute. Well, while we're waiting, let's just see if there's anything weird about it fitting on my arm. One of the things I saw from another reviewer is that they didn't like that this was flat rather than being curved. Now, because I'm a man, my wrist is not tiny, so I don't think it's an issue for me, but it might be an issue for somebody, I suppose, so it's worth considering. Let's just see how easy this is to do with one hand, and don't expect it to be rocket science, but well, you never know. There we go. All right, so I'll put that on, slide that up, pop that on. Yeah, lots of options there, so no issue. Okay, it feels good. It doesn't feel like it's sticky or... Yeah, and that's going to be just fine. There's just not an issue there. There. That's going to fit nicely. I don't see an issue there. So it says updating. And it looks like it's almost done. Yay! Updated successfully. Okay, so this is updated. Let's go back to reviewing things. More workout. Well, let's just go from the swipe the other way. There we go. So status. Ooh, calories. Health stuff. Nothing you really wouldn't expect. So PAI is Personal Activity Intelligence, and it's an app that you can download on your phone that will apply and take information from your smartwatch, or in this case the smart band, and it will give you much more information about your heart. It's really heart focused. We'll put up a video here and you'll be able to see a bit of it.
What moves you? At PAI Health, our mission is simple: reduce deaths from heart attacks and heart-related diseases. PAI, short for Personal Activity Intelligence, is customized to your unique profile and lifestyle, and helps you understand how everything you do impacts your heart, not just exercise and steps. PAI tracks your heart and guides you toward a healthier, more energized you. Every person has a personalized, intelligent score based on in-depth science and advanced technology. PAI is scientifically proven to reduce the risk of cardiovascular and lifestyle diseases by 25%. The science behind PAI has been validated in the American Journal of Medicine, Progress in Cardiovascular Diseases, and Mayo Clinic Proceedings. Whether it's walking or playing with the kids, PAI helps you add joy to your days and years to your life. Discover what moves you with PAI.
Heart rate, sure. Now these, I have checked with a couple of other people that have actual proper heart rate, like medical grade heart rate monitors, and apparently this one and the blood oxygen are very accurate, so that's a good thing. Stress is an algorithm that they use to figure out whether your stress has to do with heart rate, time of day, all of that stuff. Breathing has to do with mindfulness, so if you're a stress puppy, or you just need a break, this will help you get through that. So let's continue through here. Whoop. Let's go through here. Events, that's calendar events, of course, things on your calendar. And weather we've gone through, there we go. Weather looks lovely. Let's just keep sliding through workout and more. Let's go to more and see what's in there. Okay, so this is nice. There's a camera control, so you can set your phone up somewhere and use the AmazFit Band 5 to activate your camera, which is great when you want to use your phone to make pictures. Music, stopwatch, timer, find device, yeah, so you can find your phone, which is a nice little feature. World clock, and let's go into settings.
Now the two things I really did need to set were in settings. I had to go change the brightness. It was a little too dim, so I moved it up to the second most bright. And also the auto screen time off defaults to 5 or 6 seconds. Just wasn't long enough for me, so I've changed it to 8 seconds, which works great. And you can change that up to 15 seconds if you'd like.
Okay, so I think you get the idea here that the device is small. It's still quite easy to read. If you're older and you have eyesight problems, this is probably not for you. It's probably just too small. But for me, I'm 55 years old. My eyes are certainly not the best, but they're fine. And the contrast ratios that are in here are quite good. The size of the screen is fine, especially because you can put it on your wrist and just lift it up and get closer or further away as it may be. So that's handy. Okay, so let's go over some of the features here. The most important, the biggest thing that distinguishes this from the Mi 5 and from the other bands is Alexa. So to get that to work, apparently we have to set it up in the app. So let's go through this right now. Let's go through the app right now, and we'll get back on Alexa in just a moment as the most important thing. So these are all the different watch faces you can get.
All of the watch faces are free.
And there are some really hideous ones, but there are also, you know, basically there's a watch face for you. So that's enough of that. Okay, so you get the idea. Unlock screens, same deal, nothing too interesting there. Incoming calls, yes, I do want an incoming call alert. Here we go. Display alerts. No, I'm going to leave that for the moment. Let's go into app alerts. Well, let's go to the alarm. If you want to set a time of day alarms, that type of thing, which I'm not going to do because I will just use my phone for that, and the phone will transfer all of its alerts from here to the AmazFit 5, so I won't have to do that. App alerts. I'm going to say yes, I want app alerts to be on. Can't access notifications, turn on. Yes, I do want that on. There we go. Allow. There we go. Okay, so now I can turn app alerts on. Got it. Nope, that's good. Idle alert, I do want that. I am in IT and I sit a lot, and I would like it to just irk me once in a while with a, hey, you should probably get something going here. So I'm going to set this from 10 a.m. because I'm always just jammed first thing in the morning until, let's go with 4 p.m. because between 10 and 4 is when I really need to force myself to move more. So I'm busy, I move a lot, but I could move more. So let's go to more here. See what else there is. Incoming okay, unlock screen, incoming call. Yep. event reminders, alarm, blah, blah, blah. Same thing. So yes, I wouldn't mind having my SMS messages on my phone, right? My text messages. I don't want goal setting. Lots of people will though. Okay, find band, discoverable. So, you know, I'm going to say yes to that just so we can see the message. I'm going to turn it off because I don't want it I never lose these things, but if you're the kind of person that does, you're going to want to turn that on. So I'm just going to say no to that for me personally, but at least you see what it is. Band location, left wrist, that's correct. List, band lock, no, that's fine. Language is English, health monitoring. Oh, I want the health monitoring on. Now apparently this will slightly reduce your battery life, and that's just fine with me. It's one of the reasons I bought it. So here we go, we use it for medical advice. Yes, I'm definitely sure I want to enable it. And sleep breathing quality. This is in beta. It's something I've read about, and because I personally have apnea, I think I'm going to turn it on and see what that says. So see what that actually does in practice. So let's get out of here and go to default. I don't care about ringtones. Now this doesn't have a speaker. It's one of the things that you hear people say they don't like. I'm thrilled it doesn't have a speaker. It just vibrates when it has to send an alert. So that's just fine with me. Running background, shortcut settings, display settings. There we go. All right, let's go back here and see what we have when I scroll down. Body mass index. Zap. Okay, this is just advertising. Let's go to enjoy and see what that is. Oh, just the things we just went through, just in a prettier form. So I'm going to leave that for the moment. Profile, my goals, my records, my account. Yeah, so this is great. And if I go back to settings, it's no doubt. Yeah, okay, so this is pretty much what we were just going through. And let's go back to home page and scroll down. And apparently I have only taken 11 steps with it. So that's not good. PAI, I actually am going to use. I'm going to turn that on. Now let's go with, slide through these things. Blood oxygen. Okay, so let's go all the way to left. Heart rate, PAI, body score, exercise, cardiovascular. Yes, I'm going through this very quickly because there's too many of them. I don't want you to get bored. Also, I don't want to get bored. So I get the idea that there's a lot of things here. This will automatically detect your activities, and that is something that not all of the devices do. Okay, so we mentioned Alexa earlier, and it is probably the most interesting feature on this band, other than the price. So let's show you how to set that up. What you do is you go to Profile, and you go to Add Accounts, and you add your Alexa account. Say agree. Log in with Amazon, which I'm going to enter my credentials here so you can't see them. Just a moment here, get started, and we'll be right back. Now, I have two-factor authentication turned on, so it asked me for the code that was texted to me. I'm going to say sign in, and in this case, just so I don't get the that again, I'll just click don't do that again. I will allow Alexa voice service, and there we go, we're ready with Alexa. All right, so Alexa's set up. Now, how do we actually use it? Well, you don't want to just have Alexa going off all the time, so you can't say things like, Alexa, what's the temperature in Tokyo, right? Because it'll go off all the time. So what they've done is they have you swipe it. Alexa, what's the temperature in Tokyo? Here we go. Alexa, convert 31 pounds to kilograms. Alexa, start a 1-minute timer. There we go. Okay, so that's Alexa. Now, you can also have Alexa control your lights and other devices. I don't have that. I don't like that type of thing in my house. But if you do, and lots of people do, then it would be a wonderful tool for you. So the AmazFit 5 will handle elevation, and I don't mean just stairs. It'll actually handle your hiking elevation. So it'll have a pretty good idea what you're doing when you're out and about. It'll also do a stroke count if you go swimming. And you think, swimming? I go swimming with this? Yeah, of course. All of these new bands you can go swimming with. This one, however, is ATM5 and IP68, which basically means that it's dustproof and waterproof, which isn't much of a surprise because, as you saw, there are no connections on it, right? There's no inputs other than the access for the wireless charger. The ATM50 means that you can swim underwater 50 meters down for up to 10 minutes, and this device is certified for it. That's pretty nice. Another thing it has is women's health. So it'll keep track of periods and other things for women. Not much of a concern for me, but lots of people will want that. Probably about half the population. So I think they say it's a 15-day charge. But in practice, it's about a 9-day charge, according to the people that have been using this for a few months. 9 days is awesome. You're going to charge this once a week at least, so not much of an issue. So let's get into a couple of the nitty-gritty things with this, specifically where you buy it from and who the company is, because data privacy is a bigger issue today than it's ever been. So the first thing is it's related to the Xiaomi Band 5. And you can find the Xiaomi Band 5 in the US for about $12 less, and you'll see I'll put this up on the screen, about $12 less than this device. But the Xiaomi 5 is missing all kinds of things, including the voice commands, and Alexa. So the blood oxygen monitor. So it doesn't make any sense. If you don't have $12 to get this up to $50, then you don't have enough to buy any band. So I would say that if you're looking at these devices, that this is the only one to consider in this price range. Now, another note here is I'm not being paid for this review. We have no ties to this company. In fact, like everybody else, I'd not heard of them, before recently. So let's get into the company. The company itself is a company called, we'll put it up on the screen here, but it's pronounced Whammy. And Whammy is a very Chinese company, but it is listed on the New York Stock Exchange, and that means it has some privacy disclosures it has to do, so that there's a little bit of comfort there. And you think, how big is this company, and can we trust them? Well, I think so at this point. They just passed about a year ago, they passed 100 million units. So, in technology terms, that's not the largest number, but it's far from small. These are not an upstart. They started in 2013, and most of their work early on was with Disney, with Disney branded items. So I think you can trust the company, at least at this point. I think that's that. At this point, we're just going to start getting redundant and repetitive. So if you have any questions or concerns, please get a hold of us at www.urtech.ca. Thank you. Bye-bye.